Hello there. Today we're gonna map the E16 and the Coral. In this way I can take advantage of the multiple voices of the Coral but control them from one convenient place. I will sequence everything with the OXI One MKII and I'll show you step by step how to take advantage of the full OXI ecosystem. Let's talk about the setup. I'm going out via MIDI from the OXI One MKII into the MIDI in of the E16. I just have to go in the system, MIDI, and activate the TRS true. Now I could have also connect them via an USB-C cable, and I could have also powered the E16, but since I want to also use the OXI app to do some faster setup, I decided to use the MIDI cable. From the E16 we go via MIDI cable into the MIDI in of the Coral. Now let's set up the OXI One. I want to use just 4 tracks. The first one is going to be chord and is going to send information to MIDI channel 1. All these other 2, 3, and 4 will be mono tracks and they will send MIDI information on channel 2, 3, and 4. Now let's see if everything works. I set scale to minor. Let's do preview. The Coral is in its reset state. To do that, you just hold the button and press for more than 5 seconds. And now it's reset. Let's set the MIDI on the Coral. To do that, you will first rotate and select your second voice, and now hold down and set the MIDI channel 2. Now if I go in the channel 2 here it is. Let's do also for channel 3 and channel 4. Perfect. Now all the information go from here into the E16 into the Coral. Let's set a simple sequence and then we will start mapping the E16 and do something interesting. So let's pick 2 chords. Let's do this, pick and place, pick and place. And let's also make this slower. Okay, now let's put some notes in this other track. I set the scale to harmonizing, and so this track will harmonize on the chord set on track 1. We are not trying to make a masterpiece here. I want to just share how things work. So now let's set track 4 as our bass, and here I like to put a long note, and this will harmonize to the chord and create a bass line. We can do some. And now on track 3 let's put something on a higher pitch. We can set also different level of gate and velocity. Something like that. Now, what can we do? We want to interact with all the possibility that Coral offers, like for example the filter, the ADSR, and if you want to do it using the Coral panel, you will have to move into the different voices and then act on that. But having the E16 makes your life easier. So let's start mapping. Now I will show you how to do it with the E16 and with the app. I already named my first scene as Coral, so let's press that. Now we are in the first scene. Here, when you press the Shift button, you can load 12 different pages, but let's use now page 1. In page 1, we will set up each row for each track. Then you can also decide to have other pages and devolve to fully sound design one voice of the choral. I want to first control the filter on the first voice. So let's select this button and then press Shift. Now we scroll down, destination 1, and now we can select instrument. Since I already loaded the instrument definition in the E16, I can simply press here, tell him that it's a choral, and now I can see all the different parameters that I can pick. So let's just pick cutoff. Now I also need to set the MIDI channel, and I know it's in MIDI channel 1, so let's set MIDI channel 1. Let's go back. Okay, so now as you see, the control has already been renamed as cutoff because the instrument definition was already there. So if I play now and I move, so let's change voice engine. I love this one. Okay, now let's map the second button. We press the encoder, then Shift, and now we go destination again. We set already the channel to 1. Instrument, choral, parameter. What we want, for example, the filter envelope. And let's play again. Now let's set this encoder as level. So we press it, Shift, destination, instrument, choral, and now parameter already set as level. So we go back. Here it is. Now we can play. And finally, let's set this one to send the sound to the reverb. Again, here, destination, space. Of course, you can go on and map all of this other encoder to any of the choral parameter, and everything is mappable on choral. But what I want to do is creating a page to perform with. So I want to have 4 of my most used control per track. So let's start now with track 2. So for the second voice, let's use the app so I show you how fast it is. We go into the app. I want to first bring what I have on device. So we refresh to be sure that I have the updated version. And then I bring it on the computer. I can overwrite. And then I press the edit button. Here you will see the scene. And as you can see, we have cutoff, filter, space, and level. This was for track 1. Now we work on track 2. So here you select the correct instrument definition. Here it is. And now here there's the list of all the possible MIDI destination. So again, let's pick first cutoff. You just drag over the encoder you want. And then you select the name of it. It's already automatically set as cutoff, but you can change. You can select the color. So maybe for all of these, we can go to a different color. Let's set red. Here you have all the possible setting, like the type of MIDI information that it sent, where is the output. So here we need to select where it goes out. But if you use the semicolon, it's same as the global. So in this case, it's sent out to all the output, USB, Bluetooth, and TSR. And then we need to change the channel. We know that the second voice is on channel 2, so we set 2. Here you have also other few interesting possibilities that you can set in the E16 as well. And it could be the minimum value, the maximum, the default. So by now things should be ready to go. Now let's select the second one. Again, in this case, I want the filter envelope mode. I copy more or less what I did on the first track. In this case, I will again set the channel out on 2. Then what can we do? We can maybe, in this case, play with some of these harmonics and timbre. So let's use the harmonic to see how it works. We put that there. Again, we select the output, the channel 2. And finally, we set the level again here. And now we save, and we just drag from the On Computer tab into the On Device. This will automatically upload. I'm keeping the E16 connected via USB, but I'm able to use it as well. So let's see if everything works. We have to go back and reload the scene, and now we can definitely see that it has been correctly renamed. Let's play. Level works. Let's bring back. Alright, so I mapped the other 2 channels in the same exact way, and to save some time, I just skipped that part, so let's play. Again, this is not meant to be a masterpiece in musical creation, but I wanted just to show you how easy it is and fast it is to map the E16. And also it's great because now you can take advantage of the power of the Coral, whatever it's under the hood. There's so many things you can do with just this little setup. Now, once you did this, your imagination is just the limit, because you can create different pages, and you have 12 per scene, in which you group different controls, and it could be related with the different tracks, the different things you want to do, transition, make things more exciting. I like, for example, to have a first page, in this case page 1, but you can also rename it. You can do it in the app very easily, or you can press here, edit, and then you select page, and here you can rename it. And I like to have one page where I have a global control of the instrument I'm playing, of the many instruments I can play. And usually I like to play with 4 voices, so I keep 4 different rows for 4 different instruments. But you can go in depth with just one voice. For example, you select page 2, and in this one you would map everything that is in Coral. I don't know how many different controls you have, but you can make basically these 16 knob the extension of this voice, and have a deeper control, a deeper way to create, to do sound design. So that's really depend on what the goal is. Okay, this is enough for today. I hope this was interesting. Please refer to the manual written by SynthDog to know all the ins and out of the E16. Also check the video that I linked down below to see all the other interesting features, for example, snapshot, grouping, and synchronous recording. And I will come back with more video in the future. So be sure to subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time.